Today the most interesting news come from the Kharkiv direction. Here both Russian and Ukrainian forces continue to engage in intense combat for control of northern Vovchansk, with recent updates shedding light on the dire situation facing Russian troops. Recent reports and footage have revealed that the Russian military is redeploying wounded soldiers to frontline combat in the Kharkiv direction. Social media images show soldiers from the 26th Tank Regiment, located northwest of Vovchansk, visibly injured in casts and on crutches, being sent to the front lines despite still undergoing medical treatment. This information originated from a Russian military analyst who noted that this practice has been ongoing for a considerable time. This desperate measure underscores the severe shortage of Russian troops, leading to refusals and near revolts within the ranks. Several days ago, Ukrainian Khortytsia group spokesperson Nazar reported that some Russian soldiers in the Vovchansk direction, particularly those from the 153rd Tank Regiment, are refusing to fight. This highlights the severe morale issues and high casualty rates plaguing the Russian military. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky recently noted that Russian losses on some front lines, especially in the Kharkiv direction, are as high as 6-1 compared to Ukrainian losses. The high cost of Russian attempts to advance in northern Vovchansk is evident. Despite their efforts, Russian forces have struggled to make significant progress due to a shortage of adequately trained personnel and the heavy casualties they have sustained. Ukrainian forces maintain control over most buildings within the citadel, actively working to thwart Russian advances and disrupt the connection between Russian forces to the west and those entrenched at the aggregate plant. Recent geolocated images have shown Ukrainian efforts to advance westward in an area halfway between the citadel and the aggregate plant. One video depicts an FPV drone attack on a now destroyed medical center west of the aggregate plant, where several Russian soldiers were sheltering. The drone footage provides an updated perspective of the entire area, highlighting the citadel, the aggregate plant, and the areas near Soborna Street, which serves as a front line for much of its length. After locating the Russian soldiers, Ukrainian drone operators executed an attack on the medical center, revealing that very few intact roofed areas remain. You can find the uncensored video of this attack on our Telegram channel through the link in the description. Recent Ukrainian reports indicate ongoing efforts to encircle Russian troops at the Vovchansk aggregate plant. A Ukrainian soldier mentioned that the approaches to the plant are now under the fire control of the armed forces of Ukraine, making it extremely risky for Russian forces to receive reinforcements or ammunition supplies. Conversely, Russian forces have reclaimed areas previously advanced by Ukrainians on Korolenka and Soborna streets. Currently, they are attempting to seize the first buildings west of the citadel. A recent geolocated video shows a Russian drone delivering medical supplies to soldiers of the 2nd Spetsnaz battalion in one of the buildings within the citadel. Although Russian military analysts claim this area is under Russian control, the need to use a drone for medical supply deliveries suggests that these troops might be surrounded or have severely compromised logistic access. Facing an extreme shortage of troops and high casualty rates, the Russians have begun constructing defensive lines as a precaution. This defensive posture indicates their acknowledgement of the significant challenges in sustaining an offensive in Vovchansk and maintaining control over their positions. A prominent Russian military blogger recently criticized the Russian military command for their lack of progress in the Vovchansk direction. He highlighted that Russian forces are far from achieving their objective of creating a 15-kilometer buffer zone and are struggling with coordination in the Vovchansk area. The blogger noted that Russian forces attacking within Vovchansk have already suffered a third of the casualties incurred during their 4-month campaign to seize Avdiivka. He attributed the lack of progress in Russian offensive operations in Vovchansk directly to Russian Colonel General Alexander Lapin. Overall, both sides continue to engage in intense combat for control of northern Vovchansk, each striving to push the other from their strongholds. Gaining control of both the citadel and the aggregate plant would provide a significant advantage in dominating the northern part of Vovchansk. However, Russian forces are clearly struggling to maintain their personnel supply due to disproportionate casualty rates. Meanwhile, Ukrainian forces may have a tactical advantage in reserve. Analyst reports suggest that Ukrainians might be preparing for an imminent enveloping attack from the east, particularly from the Tiki area, where recent updates indicate a significant buildup of Ukrainian forces for this objective. In appreciation of your continued support, I am pleased to announce to you an exclusive sale on our dual flag collection. Right now, you can get our best-selling items with dual flags at substantial 30 to 40% discounts. If you would like to show your solidarity with our dual flags and support my work, now is an ideal opportunity to make a purchase. The discounts will end in just 10 days. So check out the link in the description, find the flag of your country, and take advantage of this offer before it expires. I truly appreciate your continued support of my work.